Good morning. This is Judy with Artistic Artifacts, and we are located in Alexandria, Virginia. And we have the Mid-Atlantic Shop Hop that started July 1st. So we're excited, except for Kyle. I'm excited, except for Kyle's giving me weird looks behind the camera, which means maybe something's not right.
We're having technical issues.
Oh, bloopers again.
Hang on. Oh, no. Jeez, sorry.
Okay, that was Kyle flipping the camera.
All right. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes.
Now that I've totally lost.
Yep. Yeah, I totally.
Of a whole roll. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it. Judy at Artistic Artifacts. And we were I just mentioned the Mid-Atlantic Shop Hop. This is an organization out of the Midwest that's putting shop hops together around the country, and I would have to say they're hitting a home run. It's quite fabulous to have somebody do this that knows and what's successful in shop hops and what shop hoppers want. You know, they have this awesome magazine, which I forgot to bring a copy of, that has your passport in it, but it also has ads and patterns and things. So it's really a keeper, it's a resource, so we highly recommend it. It is on our website. If you just like to have it, even if you might not be a shop hopper, it's a really good resource to have. So we have been working really hard for that, so that is started. And we did something this time which we had not been able to do before. We do have some logos and some mugs. So here is Artistic Artifacts. This is I think it's a 14-ounce mug, and it's decorated in our new colors, our new logo. And you know, when you drink it, you can remind yourself that you are a creative mind and you are part of a much larger community of people getting together and bouncing ideas off and supporting each other in creativity. The other thing that you may have seen is we do have an apron that has been around for a little while. And then we have a pack of 4 stickers that is also part of, you know, the Shop Hop kind of pushes you to get some of these things on your wish list done, and so these were a couple of the things. We're also waiting on zip bags, project bags that are very popular with Artistic Artifacts logo. You've seen a lot of different places do that. I know BERNINA even has their own zip bags. So those are coming. We do not have them as of yet, but
Hang on, we're having audio problems.
we're having. Is my audio on? Yeah, the screen.
Can we do? Is everyone hearing us okay? Hello? Oh, okay. They're hearing me.
They're hearing you?
Kaylee.
I'm hearing everything. You're
Really?
hearing everything.
Okay, it's telling me that no audio is coming through.
Not right now, but it was.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Blooper number 2.
Can I see the mic?
You want to see the mic?
Yeah, it's literally telling me that I'm getting more
It
volume
has a
than you are.
green light on it. Okay, this is when I start tap dancing, but really you don't want to see that, I can assure you.
Okay, sorry everybody. Facebook's not cooperating.
Oh, we have to put so much of our control on Facebook. All right. Oh, I forgot a sticker. There's another sticker that it says, with every beat of my heart, sewing, stitching with every beat of my heart. So there is a pack of 5 stickers. And Sharon very nicely shows you a sample of each one of them. So those are a couple of shop hop things. We've also had a number of kits and projects that we've put together to make a quick grab. We do have a couple buses coming in that we're looking forward to. Pennsylvania, Richmond. So we look forward, but we do look forward to those of you who are doing the drive and coming by to see us and visit us and stop by. So the other thing that kind of has to do with the shop hop is that we have, let me put these off to the side here. we have a drawing. So within our store, it has nothing to do with the grand prizes and all those prize lists and stuff, is that we are picking a winner from the week. So we'll start a new week Saturday. I'll draw another winner next Saturday. But these are forms that were filled out by shop hoppers that were coming, and this is an entry for a $50 gift card for artistic artifacts that you can use in the store or online. So seeing that this is not very conducive to picking things, I felt it was better to put it in a big box. And Kyle, you get to come pick. Come on. Pick.
But I'm holding the camera.
Okay, well you can come closer and hold the camera. Pick one.
All right, you get to hold the camera.
You get to hold the camera.
Yeah.
All right. Not looking, not looking, not looking. Okay. And who's our winner?
Mindy Camp.
Mindy Camp, and where is Mindy from?
Clifton, Virginia.
Clifton, Virginia. Wow, awesome. Okay, so Mindy, we will contact you via email for your gift certificate, and we thank everyone else for playing along. And really, you're going to give it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm known for losing things, but Mindy, I promise I won't lose this. So, you have won a $50 gift certificate to use at Artistic Artifacts. So thank you very much. And as I said, thank you for everybody else for playing along with us. And we hope that you enjoyed the visit to our store and that we look forward to welcoming additional people. Those of us that have known each other for a lot of years, as well as those people we've yet to meet and become friends with. So thank you for that. All right. The other kind of, we have lots of things that go on here. Really sign up for the newsletter. That is the best way to get information. If you do Facebook, we have Facebook. We do post on Instagram. Our social media is part of it. Our website is part of it. So we try to, if I stood up here and told you everything that was going on, it would be very boring. So I'm going to try not to do that. The next exciting thing that we have is the BERNINA 990. So I was at BERNINA University. I saw the machine. It's pretty awesome. I keep thinking they can't do anything else to a machine to make it better than the previous one, because I was kind of hooked on the 790 Pro. I thought that was really cool. And I really love the 770 CAFE edition. That was really cool too. So they just keep getting better and better. We are going to have a floor model here, hopefully by the end of July. Well, for sure at the end of July, by the end of July, because we have a road show coming up Monday, August 5th, 1 to 4. So what this is it's led by a BERNINA educator who is going to do a demonstration. She has a PowerPoint. It's going to be a little bit of a party. For those of you who are curious about the 990, BERNINA machine. So it's for you to come and see it. We will not be hands-on. We will be watching demos, as I said. We are asking for a registration fee of $15, and there is a link on the workshop page of our website. It's a reservation so that we know how many people are coming to make sure that we're set up appropriately for that. So that is really, really pretty fantastic that we have this opportunity to do this road show with a BERNINA educator traveling the Mid-Atlantic region. So, all right. Any questions? I have a little gnat here. Everybody doing good? It's pretty hot in Washington, D.C. Hopefully, it is summer, but hopefully everybody's doing okay and being safe with some of these heat waves and flash flooding and all this other weird stuff that's happening. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is Aster and Anne, and specifically we're looking at the book cover. So, but to show you the book cover, I really have to talk to you a little bit about the program. So When I was at BERNINA University, I met Jennifer, which we've met before, but it was always nice to see her. She lives in Australia, and she's designed this whole program of packages, meaning that this is a gray base, and you can do anything you want with it. So here's one that's been hand stitched by Chris. Here's one that's been machine embroidered with some fabric, but she gives you everything. So it comes with the hardware, it comes with even the pins. So she's giving you this blank slate to decorate. So this one is, so let's see. Great instructions. She has YouTubes that show you how to do it. If you have, I mean, I have gotten stuck a couple of times on some things, and I went to the YouTube and I was like, oh, I made it harder than it needed to be. So that's what's really nice. But so what this is a book cover. It can be a book cover, it can be a sketch pad, it has, this piece is something that was not used on this sample, but it can be used. So that now you have your place for your pens, but she had put a little piece of elastic over here. You can customize them. So it comes with all of the pieces. The backing here, this was here. There's two of these guys here, and there's this one here, and this one. It also has this hardware here. It has a snap. It brings, they ship the snap with you. And if there's any other hardware that's required for any of these packages, it is included. That is really nice. So this one Jennifer did with the pink flower. And this one I've been working on for a while. So Jennifer and I have been talking about paint and what happens with this thick felt and paint. So we've been doing some wood block. So this started as wood block prints, and those of you who know me know I use those as guides. So it gives me an idea. And then I also have these little tiny doilies and flowers and things that were hand dyed that I used in the middle. So here's what it looks like. And it was just, I would just extend some of the patterns and do some hand stitching with it. Wonderful has a great pearl cotton that is in size 8, 5, and 3, 3 being larger than 8. And then I also, I think I worked with that as well as some painter's threads that we have. So here is, here I had an awful lot of hand stitching, because if you look at this, so I really didn't want that to show. So I fused this piece of fabric in here. And then I wasn't sure, because how I was going to put this in, but I do have one of these that goes with that too. And you know, it would be nice to have pencils or pens in here. The other thing I like about it could be a stitching bag. You could have you know, threads in here and some needles and things in here. So it's very versatile to create this book cover. And so this was kind of my first, this was my first attempt at using paints on here. I do happen to know that there will be some more videos coming out from Jennifer and Wonderful. Wonderful is who produces this product for her, that will be using a little bit more paint. And so she gave me, when I saw her at BERNINA, this is one of the pieces that she worked on with paint. So this is, oh, and the other really cool thing, as you saw, but I didn't point out, all of these things come flat. So you can put them in an embroidery hoop. You can put them on a table. You can, all of them come flat, which makes it a whole lot easier to assemble. Table's gonna fall. That'll be blooper number 3. And this has a snap on it. But you can see that she laid this out, and let's see, which one is this? This is Luella Clutch, and she personalized it with the flower, but she painted it with our Artistic Artifacts 2-ounce textile paint. So what I did to kind of show you using the paint, and this is again something that we talked about, is that she puts white down first. So the white will help condition the felt, and it will also, the wool, and it also, you know, like if you put a color on top of black fabric, it's not going to be as strong as if you put white down first and then the color, because it gives it a basis that is not influenced by its surface. Does that make sense? All right. So, oh yeah. I'm going to put Chris's apron on because I have a brand new dress on today. And I really don't want white paint on it. So, we had a contest about upping your apron and personalizing it. And Chris, we dyed it in indigo, and then she put some batik fish on it. So she cut them out of a batik panel. So really quite nice.
Show it again.
So the base was indigoed, and then she added her fish, which she is fearless with cutting those fish and objects out of panels. I'm working on that. She's much more fearless than I am. So, I have that on. I did jump ahead and do a couple of things for you in the front. So when you're using a stencil, you want the stencil to lay flat. So how do you do that? Well, I use a temporary adhesive, and I spray the back of the stencil in a box, because you will have this go over your stencil and could possibly get on your other work surfaces, and it's not pretty when that happens. Ask me how I know. So I did that. I took the stencil, I sprayed the back of it, I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I applied it to the cover of my book. So this is my book cover here. And then, because I wanted it to dry, I went ahead and used white opaque on here. So I had a sponge, you know, my famous sponges, and I dabbed it in the paint. So it's this motion, and I will tell you that the wool will suck up this paint. So if you think about this as a primer coat, it's helpful. And as you can see, I'm not going very evenly. I have, you know, some parts heavy, some parts light, and that's okay. It's going to give a different type of appearance also. All right, so that's how I did that. Any questions about the first step? Spray the stencil, apply the stencil, rub it down. As you can see, I didn't get every little piece, but I would make sure you get a good adhesive on the stencil. Then I put white opaque 2-ounce Artistic Artifacts paint on here. Okay, so what color do I want? Something bright. Oh, how about pink? I like pink.
Oh, do you recommend the small tubs over the taller fluid paints?
I think the tubs are a little bit thicker. I use the paint interchangeably, but I think because of the thickness, it might dab a little bit easier. Doesn't mean you can't use the fluid, you can. But, well, let's put back up a minute. The fluid is a semi-transparent. So if I was going to do my first layer in white, I would do opaque. So I would use the 2 ounce. So yes, there that part of the prevalence is. But when you get to the second color on it, you can use any of the paint. And I didn't move my stencil at all. I left it. And you can see this is much easier now that I have the white on there. But I am also not, I mean, again, I'm looking for hand of the artist here. So I'm not trying to get everything perfectly covered and even. If I wanted that, then I would be buying it at the store and not wasting my time making it. So you want some of these variances, you know, variables in here to show your hand of your artist. Okay. I guess I could add another color if I wanted. I'm just looking for the detail. So because I have the patience of a gnat, you just really don't want to rub, because if you rub, you're going to get underneath your stencil, which is what I have a problem with because I have the patience of a gnat.
Speaking of, do you not need to wait for the bottom coat to dry?
Yes, I did wait, but one of the reasons why I love acrylic paint over some of the other things is it dries very fast. And I did the white before we came on for the Facebook Live. So yes, it did dry a little bit, and where I just showed you where I put the white, I'm staying away from that. So yes, I would let it dry. Good question. Any other questions so far?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it's just this dabbing motion. And sometimes it's light, as I said, sometimes it's not. You can see where I didn't quite get the stencil down. And if I rub, I'm going to get paint underneath that stencil. All right, so, and I would let the paint dry before I'm going to peel my stencil off. So I'm just going to put that over there. This is my color. That is the color. I mean, it can do more than one color, but you can see what happens. So this is still, the pink is still wet, and it's mixing it to make a purple. So we don't really want that. We want the blue. So that, therefore, it means I should be waiting until it dries. So that's what will happen. If you want that, cool, no problem.
How do you remove the dried paint from the stencil?
Wash it. You can soak it in some water. Sometimes I actually get to the point where I just don't worry about cleaning my stencils as long as I can see my cuts in them I want. Like if you're using paint, it'll wash off. But again, if you rub it, you're gonna ruin the stencil. So you have to be very careful about it. And then of course, if you let the paint dry on your piece that you're doing, you're now letting your paint dry on your stencil. So you just can't be rough with it. Acrylic paint dries fast.
Could you mask areas with painter's tape?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. And if you notice, my stencil is curved. So say I only wanted to use a part of this, you could absolutely mask it off. For sure. You also can mask your piece off. So not only can you mask your stencil, you could say, all right, I could draw some lines in here with tape, and then put my stencil down on top of it. Great suggestion, absolutely. All right. So this, it just adds a few more steps. If I don't want to paint, there's so many other things that work with these samples. They can be, so this is a little, I made it into a needle holder. So I fused this little owl, but it could be that it's a little, you know, holds your credit card, your driver's license, and that's all you need. But I hand stitched it. All these owls are put on here with fusible.
Stop moving.
Huh?
Stop moving.
Stop moving. Okay.
I don't want to make everyone motion sick.
Yeah, okay. I can move now. All right. So when you come into the store, we have this display here with packages and as many samples as we could get. And as I said, we did get some from Jennifer, who creates this. This is a pillow, which I have had this pillow for quite some time, ever since Kate came to the store. And I just finished it. But again, I took scraps. It comes with 2 pieces here. You can do whatever you want. I've seen them with some old crochet doilies and some linens and lace, as well as some modern applique on it, which was really great. It comes with a zipper in it. So the backside has a zipper already. It comes 2 separate pieces. So I'm able to put some decorative stitches on here. Put some, you know, I just kind of did a fold. I did some ribbon. Obviously, I didn't draw my line when I started because it's a little wonky. This is another purse because I think these are really great sizes. Again, all of the hardware. So here's an extra bag. All of this hardware comes with it, which I think is really, I'm all about making things quick and easy. And then if you look at the back side. This one was done by Chris. So this is a similar purse, and she did ribbons. And because these pieces are flat and that you assemble them, makes it so much easier to do any of this decorative work on it. It's really great. Let's see. This is a backpack. So I like to fuse things. This was done with Marcia Dursey. It had, again, the hardware is already here, and it's a backpack. Now, again, I always learn from doing. So maybe I would finish this off because, of course, it's raveling where I didn't get the fusible. But maybe a hand-stitched buttonhole would be good, or a machine-stitched buttonhole that would be with size 12 thread. So this could have a little more finishing on it, but I like the idea of changing the look from the gray to the fabric. One of the things that I'll point out here, oh, I did, so here's the pillow.
Chris says maybe Andy could do a cover stitch.
Maybe Andy could do a cover stitch. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, again, I don't always do it right. I'm very bad at reading directions, even though I'll tell you to read the directions. It's like, before you cook this, read all the way through. Before you cut your first pattern piece out, read the instructions all the way through. I have heard those for years. I still don't do it. I'm sorry. So don't do it this way because you come up with bloopers. So what I want to show you is that because I just looked at this as one piece, how do I put this in? Okay, so here, have this here. So say I want to put this in. So we came up with, okay, I could Velcro it because then it was removable. That's pretty cool. But if I stitch it with a machine stitching, I'm going through my hand stitching on the cover. So I would almost say that what I wish I had done was to look at where this was going to go and then block it out on the other side. I'm not sure I would have sewn it in there yet, but I would have marked where it was going to go so that I didn't waste any hand stitching because I'm going to sew over it with a machine. I could hand stitch this down, but the Velcro I thought was a pretty good idea that you could do it, but I still can't do it with a machine. I have to do whatever I'm going to do. If I don't want it to affect this front, I'm going to want to do only on this the layer on the back. Does that make sense? So that would be one thing I would say when you're looking at where some of these pieces are and how they are assembled. I got excited because it was flat. I'm like, ooh, I could stamp this and I'm going to put some doilies in and I wasn't looking at the construction for the next one. So that would definitely make a difference on the book cover the next time. All right, I'll assemble this book cover and we'll post it on Facebook and Instagram. It won't happen fast, but I'll get it to you as soon as I can to show you what the paint is like on there and the results of it. Be on the lookout for wonderful YouTube for Jennifer, Aster and Anne videos about working with paint on her wool pieces, because I know that that's in the works. Any questions? Okay, all right. Well, we look forward to seeing you soon and hope that you have a creative day. Thank you for joining us.